Get to know the current political issues, the real stories behind the headlines. Get interactive. My Politics with Barrit. Only here on My TV Cebu.
Good evening, my dear televiewers. Once again, welcome to our weekly show, My Politics. This is your host, Art Barrit. The month of June is officially the opening of classes. Our guest this evening is our Regional Director of the Department of Education, Director Salustiano Jimenez. Will join us, will discuss about the status now of the region as far as our opening of classes is concerned. So now, welcome Director, and then thank you very much sa imong pagsanong sa ato ang invitation for this program.
Okay, good evening Sir Art og sa and all the viewers of this episode My Politics. Okay, so it's also our honor in the Department of Education, especially the regional office, for this opportunity that you have afforded to us.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
Director, our show is My Politics, that's the title, but it doesn't mean that we'll be shying away discussing political issues and concerns. But education is more important than politics nowadays. Anyway, June is the official opening of classes. How far is our preparation as far as the Department of Education is concerned?
In relation to that, Sir Art, I would like to emphasize that in the previous years, usually June is the opening of classes. But this school year 2020-2021 is a very special school year.
Exactly,
because instead of opening it on June, we'll have it opened on August 24.
Okay.
So not June. So
Not June, okay.
the teachers are working already starting June, but they are not reporting physically, though they are working from home, while they are preparing for the opening of classes comes August 24.
August 20.
24.
August
24.
That would
Yes.
be the official opening of classes for the school year
2020
to
2021. Yes.
Okay. Now, in the meantime, Director Jimenez, what are the preparations being undertaken by our teachers?
Okay, for now, Sir Art, the regional office, even last May yet, we already conducted trainings of our supervisors from of the 19 divisions.
Okay.
Because Central Visayas is composed of 19 divisions, 10 divisions in Cebu, and then 2 divisions in Bohol. We have 1 division in Siquijor and 6 divisions in Negros Oriental. So these 19 divisions supervisors were trained by our supervisors in the regional office way back May, as of May. So starting June of this year, all our supervisors also in the division offices already started their trainings of our teachers in preparation for the coming opening of class this coming August 24.
Okay, Director Jimenez, you mean to say the training is a physical appearance or physical presence in during the conduct of the training?
No, Sir Art. Actually, the training is through webinars. The trainings and seminars through webinars, through virtual.
Online.
Yes,
Okay.
it's online, purely online. Teachers were not allowed during the time to report to school,
I see.
physically. So they can contact their principals and the division offices, supervisors through either a phone or in their laptops or any gadget that they have.
Yeah, what are the modules of the training related to the conduct or how to handle classes online or what particular programs?
Actually, varied. The trainings on webinars are, some are on the online classes, like they are taught on how to prepare Google Classrooms, virtual classrooms, and aside from that, also the preparations of modules or worksheets and self-learning kits for our learners. Because we have different modalities that will be implemented in schools.
I see.
Because in our survey, there are schools and there are parents and learners who do not have access on internet or do not access on online. So
Okay.
we need to have other modalities that
I see.
suit to the needs of the school and the learners where they are. So in that survey, actually the regional office conducted a survey way back, I think last week of April, to check as to how many schools can have a possibility of implementing the modality online.
I see.
And some also are blended learning, like with the aid of other platform like RBI or radio-based instruction or television plus module, or purely modular or self-learning kits because they do not have any gadgets or any equipment at all at home.
Yeah. Is this the conduct of the survey, Director Jimenez, is a house to house or what? Schools for schools.
Okay. Now, what we did for the regional office is that we conducted our survey. We conducted the survey for the respondents are all principals all throughout the Central Visayas.
Okay.
So we have more than 4,000 schools in Central Visayas.
I see.
And then with that number, we see to it that all principals also able to answer the questionnaire, so that the regional office could have a view, could have a pulse on how many schools are capable of implementing the kind of modalities that they
I see.
prefer to have. Yes.
I see. So, but this is just temporary because after this pandemic,
Sure.
we'll go back to
Surely. Sure.
usual modalities or way of teaching.
Hopefully. So actually, we are really hoping that we'll be implementing these new modalities that we are presenting, the online, the modular for this year. We do hope that by January, hopefully, this pandemic can be contained and then we are already back to normal and then face-to-face.
Yeah, hopefully, no?
Yes.
We're hoping for that.
Yes.
And then, Director Jimenez, how about the training materials or the books for the students if we're going to conduct an online program?
Actually, there are no books, especially now. So as I mentioned earlier, we do have modules and then activity sheets and worksheets wherein the learners will answer as our part of the assessment tools for them.
Yeah.
So no more textbooks.
I see. No more textbooks for that matter.
Yes.
Okay. So, but the students will just stay home, and
Yes.
the teachers will just stay home also. So, this is the first time.
Yeah. One of a kind,
One of a
actually.
kind.
Yes.
So, but are we prepared?
Now, actually, as of now, we're on the process of preparing all the necessary requirements for the implementation of the modalities. So I cannot say that it's 100% prepared or we are 100% ready and 100% the modalities that we will be implementing is effective because every time that we have we are in a transition, there is always that confusion and doubts.
Yeah.
But what the Department of Education could assure to our public is that we are giving our best as educators that we can deliver the best goods to our learners.
Okay. Now, Director Jimenez, naghimo ba ta og sort of kining test or dry run for this particular program as far as the implementation is concerned?
Okay, in relation to that, sir, actually, the Department of Education is already, in fact, yesterday we have our National Mancom. So our beloved Secretary, Ma'am Liling Briones, had a meeting with us, all the regional directors.
Okay.
And one of the issue was if we are going to have a dry run. No? So there are divisions and regions actually said that they would like to have the dry run, and even the division offices would like to have the
Okay.
dry run.
Okay.
But as I see it, especially on the ADM, on this modular, now if you are familiar with our alternative learning system,
Yeah.
our ALS, we are using modular in
Yeah.
our alternative learning system. And our teachers in ALS are called mobile teachers. So they are hopping from one CTU to the other to gather learners, and from there giving them the modules, and then follow up, just a follow up. So similar to that. So speaking of an experience in relation to modular, we already have, because we are using already that.
I see. I
Yes.
see.
And then the Misusa before. So and also the open high school before. In fact, it was introduced by UP before.
Yeah.
The open high school. So open high school, that is not the normal way
Yeah.
of conducting lessons, no?
Open
So,
learning,
yes,
something,
open
yeah.
learning, somewhat like that. So this is sort of a combination of all those,
Yeah.
and then to be implemented. So for me, it's not really new. It's been used already before, but what we are doing now is to enhance, and it's already massive. Before, it's only a selected few for those who are not able to come to school physically. But this time, what we will be doing is more on massive. No? So, if possible, all.
Yeah.
As long as the IATF will not allow face-to-face.
Okay.
So, hopefully, face-to-face will be allowed in some areas wherein there is really zero COVID, especially on the hinterland areas. No?
Very interesting indeed, Director
Yes.
Jimenez. But how about the new entrants? I mean, the grader for grade 1, how would you like to impart or to teach on how to, on writing the
Yeah.
first letters of the alphabet? How to do that in a virtual or in a webinar program?
Okay. Actually, on this, we already had foreseen that, no, the challenges on kindergarten to grade 3. So actually, K to 3.
Yeah.
Especially that we will be contextualizing all the materials into the mother tongue, because K to 3, kinder to grade 3 is mother tongue based.
I see.
So, though it would be very difficult for the teachers to be with them all the times. So, in this situation, that's why we also have this idea that we will tap our teachers, and not only our teachers, but also our parents. So there will be orientation also of parents for those learners, kinder, kaning nag-kinder unto grade 3.
I see.
So ang atong mga ginikanan, gi-orient po na sila. Aside from that, we also have in our learning continuity plan, it's part of the plan that we will also tap the purok leaders, the barangay officials, kung sa purok maghimo og mga murag group of facilitators.
I see.
Kay aron kana sila within the barangay ra, within the sitio, gamay ra man sila or purok. So nagkaila na sila, so dili mahadlok kung naay mo abot dito nga COVID, kay among themselves ra man siya. So among them, whoever do have the knowledge on or skills, kay naabaroy mga kamao, labi na kay kinderman og up to kuan. So we will come up with facilitators.
I see.
So group of facilitators, let's say
Coming
3.
from the Department of Education.
Now, ang mukandak og orientation will be the teachers.
Okay.
So they will be oriented, like the parents will be oriented on what to do to their children nga kinder, grade 1 or grade 2.
I see.
Anyway, binisaya man, no? So, mas dali man masabtan. So, i-train na ang mga ginikanan, niya, mingon nga, naipangutana, how about those parents nga mga illiterate, nga wala gyoy kuan, no?
Yeah.
Wala gyud tayo kuan pa sa,
Knowledge
wala
and
pa knowledge and skills. So,
and skills,
una kong giingon nga, if that would be the case, na ay facilitators nga magtinabangay
Nga
among
mo-supplement.
themselves.
Mo-complement.
Oo,
Okay.
mo-complement.
I see.
So, mo na buhaton sa teacher, and then every week, maybe once a week, the teacher will monitor.
That's good. And a very good idea. Well, the involvement of the community is there, no?
Yes.
So, education program, the continuing education program is a good or a very noble nga ang atong mga of course, the parents are the first teachers, and then the involvement of our barangay officials or people in the barangay. So, a program wherein dili bag-o nga introduce in a community. Of
Yeah.
course, the Department of Education is there, and the teachers also will complement in facilitating
yes.
the program in the barangay or in the particular
Particular
sitio.
sitio.
Okay. We have more discussion on the enrollment of our students for the coming school year 2020-2021 with our Regional Director of the Department of Education, Director Salustiano Jimenez. After these reminders, don't go away. Once again, welcome to our weekly show, My Politics. This is your host, Art Barrit. Our guest this evening is our Regional Director of the Department of Education, Director Salustiano Jimenez. Welcome, Director Jimenez. Now, on the part of the enrollment, preparation for the enrollment, what are the system? Is it a face-to-face enrollment or what?
Okay, thank you and good evening, Sir Art, and to all of us. Now, in relation to enrollment, actually before June 1, the start of the enrollment for this school year 2020-2021, our office already preparing on what to do. No? In fact, we have the Brigada Eskwela.
Yeah.
This Brigada Eskwela and Uplan Balik Eskwela. So these are our programs in the preparation of our enrollment. So in here, our preparation is that it's not face to face, remote enrollment. So when say remote enrollment, it's online. So most are online. So others, we do have drop boxes, especially in the remote areas.
Okay.
So drop boxes na gibutang nato sa mga sitio, sa barangay hall or sa kanang naay gate sa eskwelahan.
Okay.
And then also the enrollment form and the survey forms.
I see.
So the parents, of course, there is no involvement of learners. Wala gyud mga bata na involved during enrollment. So parents will go to their designated areas, no, and then nagpahilot na nagpatabang lang punta sa atong mga purok leaders and barangay officials, even radio stations, no, and other network TV stations to disseminate the information about the enrollment.
Okay.
Okay. So during the online, of course, they are using either text messaging, karang sa pwede sad mag-chat, pwede sad sa Messenger. So
Any other apps?
apps no, pwede
Okay.
magamit sa atong mga naa atong mga ginikanan. So mo lang ito katong wala gyud mo nang naay mga drop boxes.
I see. But how about the requirements? In the submission of the requirements, Director Jimenez?
Actually, for this school year 2020-21, we are not asking any requirements except the filling up of the two forms, kaning enrollment form and also the survey form.
I see.
Oo. So, with in fact, as to enrollment, last January 2020, January to February, we have already an early enrollment. So, with that...
So far, how many?
So far,
In the region, ha?
sa region ana sa ato ang early enrollment supposedly ug atong tan-awon almost 100% na unta ato. But because after that when COVID started nga kuan atong pag-lockdown, so we changed sa enrollment procedure nga kinahanglan katugyong na survey.
I see.
Wa na mo to gi-appeal ang amo ang pre-registered and also early enrollment. Ang among gi-appeal na karon sa among enrollment is kuan na gyud ang katunyong actual na na-enroll. So sa atong actual nga na-enroll og karon mas mao na ko nga I'm so happy to tell everyone that as of 8:30 June 18, no, last night, we already reached 1.1 million enrollees.
Ingon anak kadaghan?
Yes.
Ingon sa
oo.
anak ka aggressive and
Ang ato ang mga ginikanan.
sa mga ginikanan.
Yes, that's why I said there are really so many parents and guardians who are, kuan ba, it's an indication showing that they really valued education so much.
Yeah.
They thought that education is that of dire importance. So, mo nang nakita. And then, we DepEd people also are happy, very happy, and grateful to our parents for their trust. Because that number, mo na nagkuha
That's
sa
the barometer,
mga barometer
no?
nga, they trusted the Department of Education.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, ingon ana napita Director Jimenez nga ang mga parents na mismo mo ay ni volunteer mo ay ni adto gyud sa Department of Education for the enrollment of their kining anak. So, unsa may nakita ninyo aside nga during the times of the pandemic, no? This is a very extraordinary times, and yet the parents are very ingnon ta nga grabe ilahang kining pagkuan yun makuan na
sila mga kabataan.
sa ilang mga kabataan nga mahuman na sila, ma-enroll na sila.
Yeah. So ako nagpasalamat lang po actually. I'm so grateful to our teachers, to our principals, our division personnel, supervisors at the regional office because possibly because of them, because of their passion to serve and because of their advocacy and awareness program nga gibuhat kada usa, no, kada eskwelahan. That the reason possibly that there are so many learners nga na-enroll.
Aside
Ang mga
from
parents na
aside from that, unsa pa yung mga laing program on Upland Balik Eskwela and Brigada Eskwela, Director Jimenez?
Kani atong Upland Balik Eskwela and Brigada Eskwela. So atuan ning gihimo actually every year. It's a yearly program, but this time it's also different because before, if the Brigada Eskwela is more on the
Preparation of the classroom,
repair sa classroom, repair sa tanan, but this time ang ato ang mga schools and atong division offices instead in fact we have the kick-off virtual gyapon ang atong kick-off sa Brigada Eskwela, atong launching, and also Upland Balik Eskwela last June 1 and others last June 2. We have the national kick-off on June 1, we have the regional kick-off last June 2, while other division offices June 3 up to last Monday. So sa ang ato ang mga schools, ang atong division is already coming up with a menu. Menu of needs sa school nga mo'y ilang during sa ilang brigada kick-off, mo'y ilang ipanghatag sa mga stakeholders nato who has also the heart, no? I'm so grateful sa atong mga stakeholders, no, nga naay malumo nga mga kasing-kasing nga naghatag yung ayuda para sa atong mga eskwelahan through kuan lang gyud gyapon nga sa mga menu like mga face mask, kana mga sanitizer, alcohol, even washing para materials or kanang nang para hand wash.
Yeah.
No?
Some socio-civic organizations, instead of repairing or donating for the repair of particular classroom, ang ilang gipanghatag is kanina mga personal protective equipment, goggles, sanitizers, and all, and kining related to the prevention of the COVID.
Hand washing facilities niya because our school,
This is the part of the Brigada Eskwela.
Brigada Eskwela.
Okay.
Instead of our hand washing facilities at the back of the school classroom, this time is already placed
Dihanas tubangan.
nanagyod sa gate.
Sa gate na good.
Nanagyod sa gate. Mao na yung mga kabag-uhan pud karon.
Okay.
So
Yeah, what is the participation of the local government units, Director Jimenez?
actually the local government unit has a great role in our advocacy, no, for the continuous education
Okay.
ato mga bata. We keep actually mo pinaka-close man nato nga agency or ang ato ang local government unit mo pinaka-close gyud nato nga kanang kuan sa DepEd. Kay bisan og wala pang COVID, wala pa ni nga crisis, ang magtambayayong kanunay ang local government units o ang atong Department of Education. So dako kay sila kayo role kay especially in the equipment sa kabaguhan karon sa ato ang even sa mga reproduction of our modules and materials. Actually the local government units do help a lot, no? Magpasalamat lang ko sa atong upat ka provincial governors, sa atong mga congressmen, sa atong mga city o municipal mayors, down to the barangay officials, no? Mga board members and all kay tanan yun nagkatambayayong. So karong panahon na nakita nako no nga ang katong gisulti ni Margaret Mead nga it takes the whole village to educate or to raise a child. So nakita nako nga tanan tinuod yun kay
Mauna ni.
ang tanan kay gyud no. All had given their share for the education of the child.
Okay. Some local government units, Director Jimenez, are providing mga computers, laptops to the schools and to the students.
Yes.
But I've read and we saw that in the National Capital Region.
Yes.
And so likewise here in our region.
Yes, in our in Central Visayas, all the 19 divisions, our counterparts, local government units, are giving their full support and commitment on our our learning continuity plan.
I see.
So I'm so happy with. In fact, some of them already committed for the first quarter, even how many millions for the reproduction of modules. Some are already even the cabling of the schools.
Yeah.
The putting of cell sites in schools, no, so that other households nga dool sa within the vicinity
makakuha. Yeah.
Yes, ang kaning pag-provide pod og mga equipment sa as you mentioned, mga laptops, mga
The
gadgets,
computers nila, other gadgets.
computers, even radios, katong mga transistor radios. So daghan kayo ang mga gipang commit ato ang mga local government
I
units.
see.
So nakita nako nga mo bitaw nga there are people who will keep on telling us DepEd na are we ready? Are we able to to start the open the classes by August 24? Then my answer always is we will open, no? But I will not say that 100% ready because every time that every day actually there are challenges. So whatever challenges we have this day, we will address them. The following day, na po'y bag-o nga moabot. Just like that is already a recurring issue about teachers. Pingon, our teachers, okay na ba teachers? Wala na ba mo'y kulang? Every year there is always that lack of teachers.
Yeah, okay.
But every year the government is also providing us with teachers because the needs sometimes what our needs now and then we address now, the following day there are another needs.
Okay.
So,
now I was about to ask you about on the kining pagdugang na to og mga maestra or maestro. Well, you made already an explanation, but are our teachers computer literate?
Okay. Now as of the teachers now, the present teachers,
the present crop,
the millennial teachers,
okay.
they are all computer literate.
Okay.
Because it's already part in the curriculum in college that there are units for computer. Unlike during my time, that's why I said, I give an example myself. During my time, even in my undergrad, my postgrad, even my college of law, there is no single unit for computer.
For computer. Okay.
But because I need it, so personally, I have to upgrade
learn.
myself.
You upgrade.
I have to upgrade myself, or else I will be alienated to the world I am in. So it's just that. And I know teachers already professionals. Maybe we have teachers like 60 years old or 58 years old. But the fact that they are teachers, and I know our teachers in the field are that resilient, that whenever there is crisis happening, so they are always ready to face them with a smile.
Okay.
No, kay, because of their passion to serve. Mao ganing pilis ng teacher kay service is the top priority of the teachers. But anyway,
very interesting.
Daghan kayo Sir Art nga mga teachers nga 16 na sir dili mi kamo mukurog kuno ilang kamot bisag magunit sa mouse. Inko just try kay ato man ang nahibaw-an yun nga always every first is really a tragedy or a very scary one.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Director Jimenez. We'll discuss more about plans and programs for the upcoming opening of classes of the Department of Education with our very own Regional Director of the Department of Education, Director Salustiano Jimenez. After these reminders, don't go away. Once again, welcome to our weekly show, My Politics. This is your host, Art Barrit. Our guest this evening is our Regional Director at the Department of Education, Director Salustiano Jimenez. Director, last segment of our show this evening.
Yes, good evening.
Dali ra tayo. Okay, now the programs of the Department of Education in the region as far as the learning continuity plan. Now, how to assess and how to implement?
Okay. Thank you for that, Sir Art. Actually, ang atoang Department of Education is really coming up with a learning continuity plan from the national also. The central office come with also have a learning continuity plan.
Okay.
Wherein the regional office anchored our learning continuity plan with that of the national.
Okay.
So to localize and contextualize so the framework and then the implementation framework of the learning continuity plan will be done in the division office. And after the division office presented it to all the school heads of the different divisions will also come up with our school learning continuity plan.
Okay.
Now, in the school learning continuity plan, it is already the detailed plans on what the school will do, even the modality that we will be implementing.
Okay.
And then what will be the alternate modality if in case like, for example, for opening of August, it will be all online or modular for that matter, no face-to-face actually. But might be the start of January by next year, 2021, we are already allowed to have face-to-face.
I see.
So there is already an alternative modality on what to do when there will be a shift of
Okay.
modality for that. No? And then once the school, whenever the school decided for this kind of modality, the school head, when the school head decided and with the teachers as to what kind of modality they are going to implement.
I see.
What they will assure us is that there is the capability and the capacity of the school in terms of equipments, gadgets, and all the materials.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, but the teachers, during the opening and during the start of the class, no, for the school year 2020-21, we will go to the respective classroom.
That is our target. If ever the school will not be utilized as an isolation facility.
It is not being utilized as a barangay isolation center.
Yes.
Definitely the teachers will be
the teacher will be in their own classroom
okay.
because possibly internet is strong there in the school. So they will be in the school. They will report, but there will be no learners during the time. Or some of our teachers, if they are not in the classroom, might be they are monitoring the learners in the community with the help of the facilitators or
and the
PTA
parents.
and the parents.
Okay.
So actually, they are some of the schools organize parent brigade. So when say parent brigade, those parents are parents who have education graduate or education nagkuag education course balag wala kahuman or other courses nga wala ra sila kayo lingaw, then they will group among themselves and to help the learners within the community.
Okay. Do you extend compensation for all these volunteers? Some sort of stipend or something like that?
Now for the parent brigade, because it's their own children, so we're not thinking of that. But for other group like the para teachers or the volunteer teachers, So we're already eyeing, we're already checking on that as to their honorarium.
I see.
Well, if the volunteers are applicants, because we have so many applicants and we have less number of items, so might be they will
them.
serve as, we will tap them and will serve as their experience will be counted during the ranking.
I see.
So that is one bonus for these teachers.
Okay.
And might be we can tap also the local government units to give a certain amount for transpo and or stipend, as you mentioned, or a sort of honorarium. While waiting for the national government, if ever there is allowable budget for them.
Yeah, what are the programs, Director Jimenez, nga ngayon ipahibaw sa Department of Education to the public?
Okay, number one, atong yung program nga kaning yung atong advocacy, especially karon nga school year 2020-2021, our advocacy to the public is on our learning continuity plan. We will be assuring the public that all details of what we will be doing for this school year 2020-2021 are laid down in this learning continuity plan from the national down to the school level. So for those who are still in doubt or have confusion whether we can carry out the modalities, so I hope that you will help us if you have ideas also to enhance what we already have, because I'm sure that the public also have ideas possibly that we don't think of. So it's better that you can share also. As I mentioned earlier, that it takes the whole village to educate the child.
Yep.
So this is now the time to show to everybody and to show to the world that the Filipinos, the Central Visayas people are one and one in this cause and in this direction, so that our learners will become the citizens in our community, respective communities, will be that kind of citizens that we really wanted them to be, like responsible and productive citizens. And number one is education.
So you have a sort of assessment, a monthly assessment, if this particular modality is working or not.
Yes. Actually, we have the Quality Assurance Division also in the regional office.
I see.
And also the CLMD, the Curriculum and Learning Development Division, to monitor closely
to check,
the division offices.
I see.
And the division offices also have the counterpart. We have the SGOD and the CIJ to monitor the schools as to this to the implementation.
I see.
I'm sure it's not actually across. If ever there are modalities that is not
Working,
very
or it's
suited
not-
or
yeah.
working in a school, it doesn't follow that all other schools
exactly.
are also doing the same. So might be one or two are not doing well, and then the rescue will be there. Okay.
So, naaday mo compliment.
Naaday mo compliment
I
aron
see.
oo. So ato na po nang gitan-aw daan nga if kaso og kaning eskwelahana na ay gagmayng concern, because even there are big schools who will be implementing varied modalities. Naatay daghang modalities nga ilahang gi-appeal pod, no? Dili lang kayo mayon ka ng labi na, for example Cebu City, na ay online, na ay modular, na ay blended. So naapoy distance learning. So daghan kayo ang i-apply even in one school, dependent on the survey also of the parents unsa may ilang hiyang. So actually they're given the option on what modality they prefer.
So, the survey is already in. So,
During the enrollment, so once they enroll, there is already a survey.
corresponding survey form. Okay.
So makita po nato og unsa ilahang kuan.
I see. So, at least you have already the idea.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Daghan naman
Yes, Sir
nagpa-enroll.
Art. Daghan naman
I
nagpa-enroll.
see.
So sa ato pa daghang nakasabot, yun sa ato ang kausa.
So far, unsa may pinakadaghan na Director Jimenez nga choose by the parents, or the parents would like to have this implemented?
Actually, Sir Art, varied sad ang ilang mga tubag, dependent on the location.
I see.
So, like for example, if in Cebu City, usually, mas daghan pod ka na gusto online kay within
yeah.
But na po
Within
yung
reach
mga
of,
lugar
the
yun
kuwan.
na we're in more remote areas. So, nagpili yun sila sa blended, either RBI or radio-based instruction with modular, and then most also kanang blended blended type learning.
I see. So aside ani nga kuan inyong gihimo karon nga programs with the DepEd nga di na magid kapugnan balik man ito ang mga bata sa eskwela, no? So kini karong inyong gihuna-hunaan o nya inyong implementar, so plansado na ni tanan. It's a matter of implementation in the coming
and ongoing preparation.
Okay.
Aside from that, we even have the mental health program because we believe nga kaning mental health program is what we need now. So at the start of the opening of classes, ang mental health or the orientation mo ang hitag priority. Well, in fact, for the teachers also, we did have also the first 2 weeks usa sa gipang conduct ato ang mga division offices.
Okay. Director Jimenez, wa mo makauna-huna using the airlines as one of the programs or one of the best programs for implementation, just like holding classes on air?
Yeah, actually we do have. That's why I said RBI, radio-based instruction, and also televisions.
But the radio-based instruction is the usual na to nga mga radio stations?
Yes, we are actually some of our divisions and even some already had an initial engagement with the regional office and division offices, some networks, some radio stations. They are already starting to engage and negotiate, no, as to this. Because we also consider that kay ang ato bang mga ginikanan basin ganahan ra og
instead of the program
po tanaw sa TV. Actually, I'm even eyeing my TV to be my TV. I'm really eyeing my TV to be my TV also, and the TV and the parents also will say this is my TV.
Good. Okay, Director Jimenez, our time is already is almost up. So, ang ato na gusto nga ipaabot nga sa ato ang publiko as far as the or some programs that ang imong department or ang imong agency, the Department of Education, nga ihatag o ipahibaw pa ngadto sa publiko.
So, mao lang na Sir Art, no, ako lang ibalik-balik sa ato ang public, no, nga unta if ever you have some concerns about or some doubts or confusions about what the Department of Education is doing now. So please feel free also to contact us. So we also have the websites ato ang DepEd Reg.7 and then napo tay help desk nga website.
Okay.
So you can also go to that link and then naagyod ato dayong matubag. Even if you will be asking as to what are the most essential competencies to be developed by grade level sa ato mga kabataan, and you want us to furnish you a copy through dili lang hard copy kay baga-baga, then we can provide you.
I see.
So at least the parents also have mangutana ang mga ginikanan, Sir Art, nga unsa may imong basihan tan-awon og naabag yun mo'y kuan mga competencies. So we have now, and then we we streamlined the competencies from 15,000 before, from kindergarten to grade 12 to 5,600
I see.
now. So, because some other competencies that can be subsumed in other competencies, we do that. Para compress lang siya ang competencies nga the most essential. Mo nang gitawag tog the most essential competencies.
I see.
Para ang ato ang paghatag og learning ato sa mga bata, katog yung murag dili o dili nagkinahanglan gyud nga itudlo yung class era, other skills can be developed while on the process of learning other that's essential.
Okay, it's great. No? With our programs now sa Department of Education, with the implementation for the coming school year 2020-21, so we have Director Salustiano Jimenez as our guest this evening. My dear televiewers, ang atong parting statement, Director Jimenez, to our televiewers also.
Okay, so to all of us, remember always that God is always with us and in all the ways. We have a big God who always give that have that mantle of protection for all of us. So ang ato sigurong share is to be careful pod, no? Kay ang COVID like karon COVID ita kakita, but if we are careful, if we will be observing the protocols set by the IATF and the Department of Health, I'm sure that we are free from that COVID and we will be walking freely, no? Without any fear or scare, because we're doing what is proper and we have the belief, no? So keep the faith. To all of us, God bless and thank you for the opportunity, Sir Art, and your team.
Thank you very much, Director Jimenez, for giving us also the opportunity nga gihatag nimong oras of your very hectic schedule today, for being our guest also in my program, My Politics. This is your host, Art Barrit. Manamilit na lang og moingon nga samtang muhingos pang ilong sa tao, iyang mga pangandoy og tingos bawan o way katapusan. Daghang salamat, maayong gabi.